Hello and welcome to another episode of Cosmic Groovy Tarot. This episode is a reading. It's just a general reading. We started the Aquarius season just a couple days ago, and I thought it'd be really cool to make my first ever video reading, one for the collective, and see what the cards have to share with all of us in this exciting new era. Despite the cold weather where I'm at, Aquarius season is my favorite time of year, because Aquarius is my favorite sign of the zodiac. It's just the free thinker, original thinker, innovator of the zodiac. So we have this energy working with us now that we can change the world, and if we really work together and think big, we can make a difference. As you can see, I already have all the cards laid out, so you don't have to endure my crappy shuffling skills. We'll start here and then move to this card, then this one, and this one. Surrounding the cards are my crystal skulls. I'll show you each of them. I don't know exactly, I never remember what my blue skull is actually made of, so if you know, please let me know in the comments. I call him Sky, and he always helps me with readings. Got Labradorite right here. I named him Larry. The clear quartz skull, my first ever skull. His name is Colossus. The one that I cannot remember what type of skull he is, or what type of crystal he is. His name is Sky. Rosie, my rose quartz skull. Ruby Zaholzite, I'm probably pronouncing that wrong, but I just call her Rosie. My lapis lazuli skull, whose name is Lazarus. And my crazy lace agate skull, whose name is Lacey. We also have my sodalite snake that I call Sneaky Pete, sitting up at the top. Sodalite's really good for being able to speak our truths and being confident in what we say, and since that's where I really struggle at in life, I always like to keep him around when I do readings like this, because that way I feel like he's telling me to just keep going and face your fears and go with the flow. As this is a general reading, it may or may not resonate with you. It's just kind of overall message for everyone, like the collective, like I do on my social media pages where I write everything out. And I'm trying to be able to branch out and do video readings as well. So this is kind of practice for me. Bear with me and let me know in the comments if it resonates with you. Let's start, shall we? First card to begin our reading with is the Hierophant. Known in this deck, which I'm using the Groovy Waite by the way, is the Guru. Labeled 5 of the major arcana. This is the year we find ourselves in now, 2021. And if you can do basic math, you know 2 plus 2 plus 1 equals 5. So this tells us that we're leading in our lives right now, and we can make a difference, because if we think bigger and think outside of the box, perhaps we can change the world. Most versions of the Hierophant show a religious leader, like a pope or a priest or something like that, and the people sitting down worshiping him. But this deck, and this is probably my favorite version of the Hierophant, shows the Guru, where we can think for, and I see it as a message of thinking for ourselves and not letting somebody else tell us what to believe or what not to believe. If you want to worship a potato, that's your business. Worship whatever you want. Do what feels right to you, and listen to your heart. Just have the belief in yourself and confidence in yourself to believe whatever feels right to you. Don't let somebody else tell you what's right or what's wrong. What matters is what feels right to you. And seeing as this is the year of the 5 relates to change and transformation. So perhaps this is the year when we really gain control and start believing our own truths. Moving to the next card, we have the Ace of Swords. It's kind of going with that idea of listening to our truths and following our hearts. Aces in tarot are kind of like gifts from the universe, as they're not yet tangible, but they're the ideas before the action. Seeing as this is the sword suit, it relates to the mind. So I like to call this card the aha card. It's like that light bulb clicking off in our heads and saying that we're on the right path and giving us that good idea to move forward. So far I see this reading as we're thinking for ourselves. because we've finally taken control of our minds, and we have that idea of, hey, maybe what we're thinking about right now, or what we've been told to believe, isn't exactly the truth, and we really need to sit with our own thoughts and let that energy come out, that wonderful, loving energy for ourselves and for the ones around us, and spread love instead of fear and hate. Moving to the third card, we have the Two of Wands. Now, I call this the should I stay or should I go card, because it shows the character standing on her porch or on her deck in front of her mansion or palace, looking out into the ocean. The regular Rider Waite Smith deck shows a world with a heart on it, or a world like in her hands, but here we see the heart instead of the actual world. So again, I see this as a loving energy of like following what feels right to us and having love be what makes us lead. 2 is a number of choices, so we haven't exactly made that choice yet. We do have the beginning of something, because we have the Ace right here and the year energy right now, and as I'm doing this, it's not quite February yet, still January, I believe. Yeah, January 20th to be exact. That's when I'm actually making this video. So we have the entire year to find our truths and really make that choice. So we want to lead with love and make the world a better place for everyone. 4th card of this reading is the Eight of Swords. Now, every time someone, most of the time, maybe not every time, but when I do trade readings with people and other people do readings for me, the Eight of Swords is my stalker card. It shows up all the time. Now, being of the sword suit, it relates back to this Ace of Swords and the control of the mind, and it's the feeling trapped card of our minds, like the prisoner, and having our inner demons keep us from achieving our goals. It's very similar to that of the Rider Waite Smith deck. All these cards actually are. They're just much more vibrant and pretty. But we can see the palace over here, and then the character standing down here with the swords surrounding her. As you can see, though, the swords aren't actually surrounding her. She's able to move forward, and this cloth or this rope or whatever is that's holding her, she could easily just like shake and get rid of that. It's our own mindset that keeps us trapped in these thoughts, that maybe we're not good enough, we don't have enough confidence to achieve our goals. The Eight of Swords is that feeling that our minds keep us prisoner. So we have the thought right here of, are we capable of achieving our goals and making the choice to make a difference in our lives, and in turn making a difference in the world? But if we feel trapped in our own thoughts and our own minds, then we won't achieve this goal of control of our minds and believing what feels right to us. So in order to move forward, we have to be able to take that blindfold off of ourselves and gain control of our mindsets. This is an 8, so it shows success and wealth, but we can't achieve that success until we have the confidence in ourselves to break free of the prisons of our own minds. The 5th card to appear is the Nine of Cups. That's a great card to end on in this reading, because Nine of Cups is the wish card of the tarot, which means if we have the confidence in ourselves and we can break free of this prison, we can make all our wishes come true. So the question isn't like, can we do it? It's when will we do it, and what can we achieve once we break that prison of our minds? Now, this card actually shows a genie coming out of a magic lamp, and as awesome as that would be, where we could just rub the lamp and make our wishes come true, we are the ones living the lives, and it's up to us in our personal lives to make the changes we need to gain control of our minds and lead, believing what we believe. We just have to make that choice and grab that sword that represents our minds and take control. Maybe somewhere there's a magic genie or a fairy godmother that can make our wishes come true, but from my experience, I haven't met them yet, so I just believe that I can be the genie or the fairy godmother of my life and make my wishes come true. It is a 9, so it does show like the completion and the end of something, And it relates back to the Hermit, which is a card of self-reflection and looking within for the answers we seek. And as we can see from all of these cards, this one too, I guess, because there's one hand, but it's individuality, like finding our own truths and our own voice and looking within. We don't need to look externally to find the answers we seek. Find that inner guru and do what feels right for you. Believe you can do something and feel it in your heart that you're going to achieve what you want to achieve. Now, I'm a really big fan of using the bottom of the deck to show the overall energy of the reading. Perhaps something that can really help bring it all together. Maybe how we can achieve this leadership and inner guru and feeling confident in what we do and gaining control of our minds. The bottom of the deck is the Six of Pentacles. Now, I call this the sharing is caring card, and you can see why. Here we see a character holding a scale, which shows that what he's sharing is balanced and fair, with the two people underneath. As a 6, it shows self-reflection and looking within. But as you can see, that looking within and reflection, use that as a time of how can I help others and how can I make the world a better place. Instead of pentacles in this deck, we actually see peace signs, which kind of the whole energy of this deck, as you can tell, is very hippie, 60s, love each other, love the world, peace and love, that kind of thing. So seeing as right now we are in the original innovative thinker season energy of Aquarius, now might be the time to look within and be like, what do I have personally that I can share with the world? When we have confidence in ourselves and believe what feels right to us, we gain control of our minds and have that sword, that light bulb that goes off and says, hey, I can do this. We have to make the choice, though, that we want to love ourselves and love the world and make it a better place, and stop feeling trapped in our lives like we can't do anything and set ourselves free. Only then can we achieve our goals and feel like we're leading in our lives where we can make all of our wishes come true. And when we make our own wishes come true, we want to help others and make the world a better place. So the sharing is caring card with the Six of Pentacles sums this up so well. Working together, sharing our thoughts and our ideas with others, and really listening to our own inner voices and sharing those with the world, that's what can make a difference. So moving forward, love ourselves enough to be willing to believe what feels right to us and be willing to share with one another to make the world a better place. This is the year of the Hierophant, or the Guru. So it's a year of change and transformation. We can make a difference if we really start listening to our inner voices and make the choice that we want to make the world a better place. It just takes that first step of taking control of our minds and setting ourselves free from the prison of our minds. Take control and believe in ourselves. Make the choice to make the world a better place. I know I'm definitely have a problem with this, of doubting myself and thinking that I'm not good enough to achieve something. Probably why this Eight of Swords shows up for me all the time. It's because I'm a prisoner of my own mind. But in order to really lead in our lives and be confident, we have to stop doing that and just believe in ourselves and make our wishes come true. Now, this is the first reading I've ever actually done like this, so I really hope you enjoyed it. I look forward to your thoughts. Let me know if it resonates with you. If you want a personal reading, then you can book it on my website or send me a message on social media. I'm on Facebook and Instagram. All my readings that I like, my real norm that I love to do is written out readings. So this is definitely a new experience for me. But if you want a personalized written out reading, please just send me a message, book it on my site. I'll be happy to use this deck, or any deck for that matter. You can see all of them on my website under decks, I believe, tarot decks. I really hope you enjoyed this reading. I look forward to your thoughts and comments, and I will see you again soon with more. Thank you, as always, for watching.